Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight on the news, the latest on the tragic school shooting in Michigan as police identify the gunman. Plus, Tom Osborne is the face of a new COVID-19 vaccine promotion.
We'll fight this variant with science and speed, not chaos and confusion.
But first tonight, the Omicron variant is now officially in the U.S. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Megan Conway. Rod has the night off. The first case in the U.S. of that new COVID variant has been detected in California. Dr. Anthony Fauci outlined what he knows so far at the White House press briefing today.
The individual was a traveler who returned from South Africa on November the 22nd and tested positive on November the 29th. The individual is self-quarantining, and all close contacts have been contacted, and all close contacts thus far have tested negative. The individual was fully vaccinated and experienced mild symptoms, which are improving at this point.
Now, scientists are still learning about the Omicron variant. They don't know yet how transmissible it is or how it may respond to current vaccines, but the variant has been found in at least 24 countries. But the Delta variant is still dominant around the globe. Several nations are restricting travel from South Africa and 7 other African countries. And back here in Nebraska, hospitals have been full on and off since the start of the pandemic, but right now they're at capacity with a younger generation of patients. They're saying the sickest patients on ventilators right now with COVID-19 are young adults ranging from 18 to 40 years old. They say it's an alarming trend frontline workers have not seen since the onset of the pandemic.
None of these younger patients think that they are going to get sick from COVID, and you do see the regret when, they come in and they're getting sick and you're talking to them about going on the ventilator. They never thought they'd get to that point.
And the common denominator in these young people in COVID hospitalizations, they're not vaccinated. Doctors say they have data that proves the vaccine works for all ages. And the University of Nebraska has officially released its COVID protocols for the spring semester. They include random testing of all students, faculty, and staff beginning on January 16th. The tests will include both vaccinated and unvaccinated people. UNL is also hosting a vaccination clinic next Wednesday. You can select an appointment on the university's website. Husker legend Tom Osborne is encouraging all Nebraskans to get vaccinated against the virus.
Hi, I'm Tom Osborne. COVID-19 is still a serious threat in Nebraska. Our hospitals across the state, from Scottsbluff to Omaha, are at their limit. In those hospitals, Nebraska hospitals report unvaccinated COVID patients outnumber those who have been vaccinated 11 to 1. Getting the COVID-19 vaccine is the right thing to do for all Nebraskans. If you have questions, I encourage you to contact your physician. Thank you.
With the help of UNMC and Nebraska Medicine, Osborne made this public service announcement, again urging all Nebraskans to get vaccinated. Now to the latest on the high school shooting just north of Detroit, Michigan. Today, a 4th student dying from his injuries. 7 others are still injured. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
A heartbreaking update to the tragedy that's shaken Oxford, Michigan. Police announcing a 4th student has now died, identifying him as 17-year-old Justin Schilling.
We'll honor their memory, not just with the charges, but to talk about their life and what amazing young people they were.
14-year-old Hannah St. Juliana, 17-year-old Madison Baldwin, and 16-year-old Tate Meyer were also killed when authorities say 15-year-old Ethan Crumbly opened fire Tuesday afternoon at his high school. 7 others, including a teacher, were hurt. Prosecutors announcing he will be charged as an adult.
With 1 count of terrorism causing death, 4 counts of first-degree murder, 7 counts of assault with intent to murder, and 12 counts of possession of a firearm and the commission of a felony.
Crumbly arraigned Wednesday, appearing via video. Investigators now sifting through evidence, examining the suspect's notebook, his cell phone, and other digital devices to find out why he did this. Authorities say he was in class earlier in the day, later coming out of a bathroom armed with a semi-automatic handgun his father just bought on Black Friday. Students barricading themselves inside classrooms as the shooter roamed the school.
There was a bullet hole in our door. My first thought is, I might die. I need to text my parents. I need to tell them I love them.
Others running for their lives or trying to get help. More than 100 people calling 911.
To prevent further tragedies like the one we witnessed yesterday, and at large, we have got to address responsible gun ownership in this country and in Oakland County. Kids deserve better. Parents deserve better. Teachers deserve better. We have to do better.
There have been more than 650 mass shootings in America this year alone, nearly doubling since 2018, according to the Gun Violence Archive. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And a new poll finds young American adults are worried about the future of the country. The Institute of Politics at the Harvard Kennedy School surveyed about 2,000 adults aged 18 to 29. 55% said they were fearful about America's future, and that's compared to about 45% who were hopeful. A majority of respondents also don't believe America is a functioning democracy. Now we're going to head over to the Weather Center and chat with Chief Meteorologist John Dissar. John, another beautiful day, and tomorrow even going to be warmer?
Yeah, so we keep upping the bar for how nice it can be for the end of November, and our first meteorological day or our first day of meteorological winter, I should say, as we open a new month. And it was amazing. We made it all the way up to 68 degrees this afternoon in Lincoln, 2 degrees shy of the record high temperature, and this now is the second warmest December 1st since 1887. Temperatures compared to yesterday at this time are running 5 to as much as 12 degrees warmer. So right now in Lincoln at 63, a little cooler down towards Beatrice where it's 58 degrees. We just dropped below the 60s in Grand Island. It's 59 right now in Hastings, but still holding on to 63 degrees out towards Kearney. Look further to the west, you can see mild temperatures really across the entire state. 63 in Broken Bow, it's 65 right now in McCook, and nearly 70 degrees in the northwest corner of the state. There are clouds that are spreading overhead tonight. In fact, making a very nice sunset about 15 minutes ago. You can see some great colors out there. We'll keep the clouds around for a while tonight and then eventually clearing out towards morning. We are watching a cold front that's off to our north and west. That will bring some cooler air for the end of the week, but nothing to deal with for this evening. 59 degrees by 6 o'clock. 57 by 8, still holding on to the 50s by 10 o'clock tonight. A very mild night coming our way, and even warmer tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going hunting for records. Just how warm it gets, that's in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
I like that phrasing there, John. All right, very interesting. Thank you. Well, here's a new and inventive idea to help those in need. United Way and DoorDash partnered up to bring food boxes from food banks to people with mobility issues. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez spoke with organizers to see how the first year has gone, as well as how they plan to expand the program.
In Lincoln, 1 in every 8 homes is struggling to put food on the table. That's according to the Food Bank of Lincoln.
Some of our most vulnerable neighbors who are homebound, including veterans and seniors, are getting food delivered right to their doorstep.
Lincoln is one of only 31 cities across the nation that was selected for the Ride United pilot program, bringing food bank deliveries to the door by DoorDash. And it's one of only 3 that has achieved the goal.
Our goal this year was 9,800 bags of food to be delivered, and that's about 815 individual addresses.
Dashers simply log onto their app, pick up the designated number of bags, and deliver the food to the assigned address. DoorDash still compensates the drivers for their time, even though this is at no cost to the recipient.
DoorDash is providing this service at cost, so it's an in-kind donation from DoorDash.
They hope to deliver over 10,000 bags of food next year and offer this program to more people with mobility issues, including those living in hospice. In order to make this expansion possible, United Way of Lincoln is asking for your help.
We have about $11,000 to go so that we can achieve that $25,000 goal. So we are still taking donations. We do have a page designated on our website for people to go to, unitedwaylincoln.org, and do donations for this program.
Allo and Nelnet have donated the first $12,500 to help those in our community.
Along with the food program, the Ride United program, households will also have the opportunity to qualify for free internet through Allo as part of the emergency broadband benefit, which is available. And there's information that will be in the food bags.
Reporting in Lincoln, Ariana Martinez, Channel 8 News.
Ariana, thank you very much for that story tonight. In other great news this evening, a Lincoln auto body shop is using a donated classic car to give back to local kids. Bomber's Garage in Southwest Lincoln spent hundreds of hours restoring this 1966 Buick LeSabre Wildcat. As you can see in these pictures, it was in rough shape, but now it looks nearly brand new. The car was donated by James Waltke and will be raffled off to help benefit the Palmyra High School Athletic Club.
You know, we're very, very fortunate that we have patrons in our community that step up and do things like this for us, because we are a smaller community, but we are growing. And people putting their efforts and their worth towards our little district, it means the world. It gives us pride, it gives us power, it gives us a sensation of belonging, and you can't ask for more than that.
The drawing for the winner of the car will be April 30th at the Olson Sports Complex in Palmyra. Tickets are just $20. We will have more on the story tonight at 10 o'clock. And here's some more good news for you. The Syracuse fire chief, who was injured at a county fair back in July, will be returning home this Friday. Eric Foss suffered a serious brain injury after a loud noise startled the calf he was moving, causing him to trip and hit his head on the ground. Foss had surgery and has been recovering at Madonna Rehabilitation Center. A homecoming celebration parade is scheduled this Saturday at 10 a.m. People can line up along 26th Road near Syracuse. You can find more information about that parade to welcome him home on our website, KOKNTV.com. Still ahead on the news tonight, legal experts have called this the most consequential abortion rights case in 30 years. Details after the break. Today, the U.S. Supreme Court heard a case that could completely reshape abortion rights by possibly overturning Roe v. Wade. ABC's Alex Perche is outside the High Court in Washington with the latest.
Legal experts have called it the most consequential abortion rights case in 30 years. Today, the Supreme Court's conservative state of Mississippi is asking for the High Court to overturn Roe as wrongfully decided and uphold a state ban on most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. Lower courts found the ban unconstitutional, and the Supreme Court has never allowed state abortion bans before a fetus is viable outside the womb, around 24 weeks. Chief Justice John Roberts openly questioning that precedent today.
So viability, it seems to me, doesn't have anything to do with choice. But if it really is an issue about choice, why is 15 weeks not enough time?
Liberal Justice Sonia Sotomayor wondering what overturning Roe could do to the credibility of the court.
Will this institution survive the stench that this creates in the public perception that the Constitution and its reading are just political acts?
Lawyers representing Mississippi's last remaining abortion clinic speaking after 2 hours of court arguments.
We tried to emphasize just how important the right has been to women's ability to pursue a profession, to their health, to their lives.
The state's governor saying this on GMA3.
This is certainly a historic day. It's a day that many in the pro-life community have been looking towards.
The impact of this case is massive. At least 25 states plan to either ban or severely restrict abortion rights if the High Court overturns Roe. We're expecting a decision by the spring. Alex Perche, ABC News, the Supreme Court.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
What a nice day today. We had a lot of sunshine early on with some clouds developing towards the afternoon, but temperatures just soaring. And before I speak too long here, I want to show you some cameras around our the southeast Nebraska from our exclusive camera network, the largest you'll find in the viewing area. You'll notice right now the live view from Schoen's Roofing. We're starting to see some colors up in the sky. Sunset officially at 5 o'clock. Take a look at the right now from Southeast Community College. We've got our camera looking back off to the south and west with some beautiful colors. You know, you throw some clouds up in the sky late afternoon, you just sit back and wait for the sunset to happen. Take a look at the colors here from our camera at Honda of Lincoln looking off to the south and west. Just an absolutely beautiful looking sky this evening. And even over towards Allo Communications, our camera there, showing some great colors up in the skies as well. You get the sun reflecting off the bottom of the clouds, and that's where you get those beautiful colors out. Now, the clouds will start to disperse tonight. I think we'll see skies clearing as we go through the overnight. But boy, it was warm this afternoon. We made it up to 68 degrees today in Lincoln. That is the warmest temperature we've had in 23 years, only to be bested in 1998 when we had a high temperature of 70 degrees, which is a record for the open of December. It's currently 63 degrees at the airport. It's 63 degrees at East Campus. 62 degrees right now coming in from Yankee Hill Road on the south side of town. Beatrice, a little bit cooler at the airport, 58, but Fairbury coming in at 62, 61 right now in Hebron, 60 in Aurora, and holding on to still 63 degrees out towards Kearney. The rest of this evening, our temperatures will stay mild. We'll only be dropping through the 50s. Even by 10 o'clock, we're still looking at low to mid 50s around here. Eventually, by morning, we'll see our temperatures dropping into the low 40s. That's still very mild. Our normal low temperature is 24 degrees. And boy, 42 is actually not too far from our normal high temperature this time of the year. Now, tomorrow afternoon, we are going after records. We'll likely shatter the records for much of the area. Now, temperatures across the central and high plains will be running 30 to as much as 35 degrees above normal. So we're talking 60s, lower, middle, and even upper 70s around the state tomorrow. Now, the current record in Lincoln for tomorrow is 68 degrees, set back in 2012. In Grand Island, 70 degrees, also set back in 2012. And at 68 in Hastings, originally set in 1956 and most recently tied in 2012. We are going to break those, as I mentioned. High temperatures coming up tomorrow will make it up into low to mid 70s, and I'll be honest, I may be going a little cool for the highs tomorrow. Some of you, or should say I won't be surprised if we get some upper 70s being reported on some thermometers. So 73 in Lincoln, so we should best the record high by 5 degrees. 74 in Beatrice, we should be able to make it up to 73 degrees in Grand Island and 74 degrees tomorrow afternoon in Hastings. Now through the day we will warm very quickly. We'll see mainly sunny skies I think through much of the day. By noon temperatures into the upper 60s, and then once we hit about 1-2 o'clock we should see the temperatures climbing up above 70 degrees. So a very nice afternoon, and even heading towards the evening things are going to be relatively quiet and mild as we keep a northwest flow. Now eventually there is a cold front that's developing up into the northwest United States that will pass through the area Friday morning, and that will bring some cooler temperatures back behind it. But by cool, we're still talking temperatures running about 15 degrees above normal. 58 degrees for a high temperature on Friday. Saturday will be a little cooler as the second cold front comes in. 48 degrees under partly cloudy skies, turning breezy by the second half of the weekend. And then next week we may have a couple chances for a couple of very light showers, maybe Tuesday and again Wednesday evening. But temperatures mainly remaining above normal. Again, our normal high temperatures this time of year right in the mid-40s.
All right, John, thank you very much. Not a great day again on Wall Street. The Dow falling 462 points. NASDAQ is down 284. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, after the powerful testimonies.
A predatory bird's attempted attack on a puppy was all caught on camera and has a dog owner on high alert. Jeremy Roth has more in tonight's Take a Look at This.
A dog owner in Texas is warning residents to be vigilant after witnessing a hawk's attempted airborne assault on her puppy. Catherine Garver was outside in her front yard with little Lola, who at 12 weeks old weighs a mere 4 pounds, when the red-tailed hawk came swooping in.
I didn't even see it until it was already right on top of her. That's how fast it happened.
Thankfully, the hawk missed its mark and Garver was right there to shoo it away.
It felt like he was right there and it was so fast. It just happened so fast, and then I honestly thought he had gotten her.
Local wildlife experts say while hawk attacks are a threat to domestic animals, they are also very rare. Still, for this vigilant dog mom, this caught-on-camera close call is keeping her on high alert.
Watch them, like a hawk.
It seems appropriate that we save this video of a porta potty pyrotechnic prank for story number 2. Officials in Southlake, Texas are looking for the public's help in identifying a suspect whose visit to the lone lavatory was, well, more explosive than expected. After the suspect or suspects sped off, officials let it rip on social media, doing their duty, logging a litany of carefully worded messages, warning that cheeky pranks like this one can carry consequences like hefty fines and felony arson charges. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Oh man, all right, one more check of the weather with John tonight. John, do you have any fun puns for us like they did in that story?
No, he's got all day to work those out. Hey, this evening we've got still a beautiful view outside. I was going to show you the view right now from Southeast Community College. Still some great colors out in the distance, so go out after the newscast is over and take a quick look outside, and you'll be able to see some of that up in the sky. Temperatures still very mild. We're sitting in the 60s right now around Lancaster County. As we go through the rest of the evening, temperatures slowly falling off. 54 degrees by 10 o'clock. Lows will only be in the low to mid 40s, which, by the way, is about our normal high temperature for this time of year.
Enjoy it while we can. All right, thank you, John. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you at 6.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
Satisfy a huge hunger with Amigos Build It Burrito. We'll build it fresh, just the way you want it. As a burrito or a bowl, build it big at Amigos.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing Analytics.